And the sales rank is very, very solid on this item though. We're buying these for 27. We can sell them, make 10 bucks profit every time. This would be the type of item that's literally in stock right now. I'd probably buy 5 to 10 units of. In this video, I'm going to be revealing one of the strategies that's helped me sell over $3 million on Amazon in my early 20s. I'm just going to go ahead and jump straight into showing you how this actually works and how you can find more profitable products for your own Amazon business. So I want to go ahead and show you where to start in terms of finding products. We're going to talk about how to identify good products and then what to actually do with them after you find them, right? So I'm going to go ahead and try to find us a starting point here. What we're looking for on these products is a product on Amazon that's being sold by third-party sellers and is a brand that we know we can sell. So Puma is a good example of this, and I'll show you why we're interested in looking at Puma today. And that's because there's a very, very good sale on a lot of Puma items, right? So one of the biggest things that you want to remember as you're trying to find your first products to sell on Amazon is that almost none of them will be good if you're buying them at retail price. You need to buy them at wholesale. You need to buy them with really good coupons. And so when I have this in mind, I'm looking at these Puma sneakers. I know that Puma sneakers are potentially on a really good sale today. And so I want to go ahead and dig deeper down the rabbit hole. The problem with this arises when we go ahead and search, I searched for Puma shoes right here. There is a lot of shoes here. We have no idea what's going to be good, what might be profitable, which of these are even selling. And so this is where our first product research tool comes into play. This is going to be our tool SellerAmp right here. So this tool is going to run you about 20 bucks a month. It's one of the 2 essential tools alongside Keepa, which is our other tool down here. And these are the only 2 tools that you need to get set up on Amazon. And in fact, these are the only 2 tools that I use in my Amazon business that helps me spend over $100,000 a month on profitable items, just like these Puma shoes right here. And what we want to do to take this a step further is go ahead and start seeing what the sellers on these listings are actually selling. So for example, on SellerAmp down here, I want to go ahead and open up one of these sellers storefronts that have not too many feedback. The reason for that is this guy who has 8,000 feedback is probably a very seasoned Amazon seller. They might have some wholesale connections. They might be doing some things in ways that we don't really understand as new Amazon sellers. So I want to go all the way back to the basics as much as possible for you guys, right? So this storefront right here, they have 151 feedback. So this storefront has definitely done 6 figures in revenue, maybe even 7 figures with that many feedback, but they're definitely still going to be buying items from these websites. So we might be able to kind of reverse engineer where they're getting it from, right? And if you're familiar with the channel, you've probably seen this method before. This is called reverse sourcing. But the reason why this is so powerful today, when we have a sale on a brand that we already know could be very, very cheap, all we need to do is look through the storefronts of other Amazon sellers who are already selling Puma. I can get way more specific and only source their Puma products here. And so based on the fact that these Amazon sellers are selling these Puma products are also on sale, it kind of helps us cheat the curve a little bit and maybe find products even faster, right? So once I'm into this storefront view here, what I'm trying to determine is if this max cost option is a reasonable price for me to pay for this item. As a brand new seller, you're going to have no idea what the answer to that question is. And so you're going to want to click the Google button here, and then that's going to populate the search results and help you potentially find this product, right? So right here, we've got the Puma listing right there. Looks like it is $50. We can get another 25% off, but when we check out the Keepa down here, it looks like we have a max cost of about $26. So where this gets a little bit more interesting is when we open up the Amazon listing, and this is where we're going to start using that other tool I was talking about that's called Keepa. So just because this one particular size is about $51, we are not able to sell this profitably. I think we're buying these for about 38 bucks after that coupon. There's a good shot that we might be able to find a different variation that's selling at a price that's profitable. So what I want to go ahead and check out is see, first of all, do we have any other colors? In this case, we've only got that pink color right there. So I'm going to go ahead and use our other tool, Keepa, which is going to allow me to check out the variations down here. And then I'm going to go ahead and press pink in here because I noticed that pink was in the title there. I might even make that a little bit more specific. So we can go pink dash, and then that's going to get us to pink aquamarine, which is the ones we're actually looking at, right? So when I get here, now I'm interested in checking out the buy box price. So this is showing me the price over time of an item like this. So it looks like recently the price of this item has been about $55. If this is selling for 55 bucks, we're only making $1 a unit selling this product. So I don't really want to dig any deeper on something like that. Comparing that to, let's see, items like this, looks like pretty recently it was selling for like 85 bucks. So I want to open this back up and see if it could potentially come back up in pricing. See, this one is selling for $65 recently. And I hope you can see that right there on the buy box price line. That's just showing me basically the price over time on the item, right? So this one was at 85. And what's interesting is these actually have a very, very good amount of reviews. When you're typically looking at products on Amazon, I don't remember the last time I left a review on Amazon. You probably don't remember the last time you left a review for a product on Amazon. So these are pretty rare. And so to see this many ratings count increases on these items shows me that this item is very, very popular and actually sells pretty well. So that's the first thing I'm looking for on these products. The other side of the coin is obviously making sure that the product is going to sell. Just opening up any of these that have gone up to a range that might be profitable for me recently, and then we can kind of take a further further look, right? So what's interesting is this one is currently pulling a buy box at like 80 bucks, which I guess literally just happened. It hasn't been being charted. So looks like the last time this happened was back in October. Seems like pretty consistently the price is around 53 bucks, which isn't going to cut it since we're paying 38. Let's check out something like this. So this one very recently was selling for $85. We can check out the year-long view on something like this. And it seems like very recently dropped down to about $51. If it was selling in the $85 range though, we'd be making about $25 profit per unit. And so this is the type of item that I really like to store and remember for later, right? So I'm going to throw this on a list called Christmas. I also would recommend making some different Google Sheets in your SellerAmp, like close to profit, all that kind of stuff. So you can just start remembering some of these leads. And so basically I put this on my Christmas list because there's a good shot that Christmas demand might make the price rise back up. At this very moment though, I'm definitely not interested in buying this item given that it's selling for 55 bucks and we basically make nothing selling this product. Let's go ahead and check out this other one here. Seems like pretty recently this product's been selling for about $50, but again, we're not super interested in that. So that's kind of the process as we're looking through these items, right? I want to figure out which of these products do I actually have. In this case, we had these pretty fast selling pinkish black shoes here. And then we need to see, are any of those profitable? So in this case, we found one that might be profitable before too long, but I definitely want to go ahead and keep moving on down the list here. So let's go ahead and open up these. And I'm going to go ahead and move a little bit faster just so you guys can see kind of my actual live sourcing process here. And we're going to see if we can find some winners. So check out these right here. Seems like this is showing me at just like a bird's eye view that the highest price, at least that has a buy box, is about $45. So unless we have a really, really killer deal on Puma, we might just go ahead and skip these right away. I want to say it seems like that says it's going to be about $34 with our code there. We do have all of them in stock. So we can go ahead and see if there's any like random more expensive sizes that we could check out. And then see, in this case, we've got this one right here selling for 70. We're buying these for 45 plus a 25% code, I believe. Yeah, 25% off. We can go in here and do 45 times 0.75. That's going to give us basically our math. And then if we are selling these for 70 bucks, that is actually going to be profitable. And so I want to look more into something like this. So we can open up that one. Those are 70 bucks. And these also have a pretty good amount of ratings, which shows me that this product does actually sell, just because if over 600 ratings have been left for this shoe, pretty reasonable to expect that it is actually selling. I also want to check out this one. It's going for 65. That's still going to be $12 profit if it is looking good for us. So the next thing we need to look at is the colors. I noticed that this one's all black, but this one does seem to be kind of the same color there, right? So when we check out this item, the other piece that we need to worry about is Amazon being on the listing. In this case, if you are looking at an item, you need to make sure that you're going to be able to win the buy box on the item. That's basically just deciding who wins sales on the item. So in this case, Amazon has 100% of the buy box. You can also see that on Keepa when that orange bar is up on the top, showing that Amazon doesn't really share sales with third-party sellers. And again, we have a very similar case going on there. Let's see if they share on this one. Amazon does not actually sell on this variation right here. So this could be worth checking out. So we got 45 times 0.75. So we're paying 33 bucks about for this product. We can see that the number of new sellers is kind of moving all over the place. We can see up on the top there that the buy box is rotating nicely. You can see several different sellers making sales. See, this guy just now made a sale at 65 bucks. 4 hours ago, they made a sale at about $64 as well. So if you're plugging all that in, even down to 64, it's not exactly the ROI that I like to look for, but we are still making $11.45 profit. So this right away is probably one of our first winners that we would go ahead and source for the day. And so we can go ahead and add this to our list. We'd go ahead and buy this product. You're going to want to ship this product to you, or you can also ship it to a prep center who's going to receive the inventory for you. That's what I like to do. If you're a brand new seller, you should probably ship it to you. If you're watching this video at the time of being uploaded, you should be buying these products and shipping them directly to you so that you can merchant fulfill these products. Basically just letting you take advantage of the fact that customers want to buy this product literally today, and you can list it, ship it directly to the customer, and start making some profit. So I made a full guide to like FBM sales on the channel. I've also got full guides on making your own shipments and all that kind of stuff if you are curious on how that process works. But let's go ahead and keep rolling on here. Now that we've found one winning product, let's go ahead and see if we can find any other winners. So we've got these repeat sneakers. I'm just going to hit the Google button again. So we've got the Puma listing right there. We've got another Puma listing there. And then it seems like there might be some different potential for like different prices, that kind of thing, which could be interesting to look at. So those are slightly different color. I want to see. So the all whites right there. Some of the most expensive on the listing are 47 bucks. So if we're trying to sell these for 47 bucks and they're like $40 on the website, might not be too much margin left over. And so we can kind of just do a super quick skim here. And when we're skimming for these prices right here, I also really like to go ahead and just check for the items that have actual ratings versus these that have 0 ratings. So let's see the 12 wides right here. They have a little bit of ratings actually. It's that weird kind of like black and white that we saw there for a second. I don't see any differences between like the wides and the standard size shoe. So we can go and skip that. Looks like this one also has a history of selling for like $55 recently. And that's probably just not going to cut it. Here's some more of these though that we could check out. So 65 bucks, has a history of selling for like 40 recently. So when I'm looking at these products, I really like to make sure that I kind of am consistently making profit. So let me just pop open this. this as a decent example. So we can buy these for 35 bucks. Plus we got that discount, so 35 times 0.75. So today we are basically doubling our money if we buy these shoes right here. The reason why I think these are a little bit on the risky side is because if we go down here to the 90-day average price and click it right there, our profit significantly lowers, but we actually are still in the money. I want to go ahead and check out the 30-day there. And yeah, so maybe this is actually not as bad as it looks. Like at first glance, I saw a lot of these prices down at like 41 bucks. Recently though, this price has been as high as like $71. And we can see lots of sellers coming in and off this listing, which again shows me that this product does actually sell. New people want to come and sell this product. Old sellers are coming and hopping off this listing as they make some sales. So this could be kind of another winning product right there. So buying it for 26, we can sell it for $70 at the moment. On average, we're selling it for 60 bucks. It seems like what's our worst case, selling for like 41. It's always a good idea to figure out like what your worst case scenario is. So our best case scenario is we are basically making a double up on our money. Our worst case scenario is that we are making no money and probably lose like $1 or $2 after we consider shipping and our time and all that kind of stuff of getting this into Amazon. That could be another potential winner there. As we go ahead and scroll down through these other variations here, we'd want to go ahead and see if there is anything else like that. So like 65 bucks could be another winner. These size 10s right there and so on. So these 58, these are marked at like 58 bucks. So if these are 58, we were buying them for 35 times 0.75 and we're buying these for 26. I'm decently interested in these. The problem with this though is there's no like recent gain in the amount of ratings that they've had. And so it's not quite as assuring that this product is actually selling, but it could still be worth taking a little bit of a shot on it. You know, buy 5 or 10 pairs, see how it goes. And that's the power of merchant fulfillment, right? So if you buy this item, it shows up on your doorstep, you can list it, and then you could potentially be making sales the same day just to validate that this product does actually sell for your Amazon store. That's a couple other potential leads we could look into there. I want to go ahead and keep on trucking here. And so I hope you can see kind of the power of just looking through the items that other Amazon sellers are already selling, but not just looking at the only sizes that they're selling or only the products themselves that they're selling, but kind of using it as a launching point for other colors and other types of items. So if you like to do groceries and vitamins and that kind of stuff, you can source the same brands that you might be finding on sale, but check the different types of vitamins. Same goes for grocery category when you're looking for like multi-packs and all that kind of stuff instead of just like the single packs. There's a lot of potential in doing this method here. So once again, we're just going to go ahead and just based on the fact that they're selling this Puma Astro kick right here, we can click the Google button and then we can see if we can find it. So it seems like they might have it on the Puma site. Go ahead and check these out. So these are selling for 64 bucks right now. Over here on the Puma site, looks like some of the smaller sizes might be out of stock. See the black and whites there. So a lot of the bigger sizes. So it looks like everything from 10 up is in stock, which is interesting. So these are the 10s right here. This may be immediately a profitable product, which is cool to see. So 35 bucks. Oh, it's 35 times 0.75. We're buying these for about 26 bucks again. In the past, they do have a history of going for like $44. So worst case, we're making $2.61. Currently today, we're making $20 for spending 26 bucks, which is not too bad at all. And then the other component I want to consider, especially sourcing this time of year, is seasonality. And so when I look at this Keepa chart right here, this is showing me that last December, literally no one was in stock. We can see down here on the new offer count that there was genuinely no one. And so either the Q4 demand was just too high and everyone sold out. Either way, the price was super high, right? It was up at 62 bucks and then it went to like 83 bucks. And even then they sold out selling this item for 83 bucks. So that's a really good sign if people were willing to pay $83 for an item that we only have to pay about 26 bucks for. So I want to make sure again that these are kind of the exact same items. That's the other big thing you want to look out for. So Puma gold, there's actually that gold little stripe up there. So let's see, navy ones. Actually, these could be a little bit different, huh? So white stripe. Actually, those are the same. Yeah, similar like pattern in the front, white tongue, or I guess that's a black tongue, huh? Okay, so they're slightly different depending on the Amazon seller. Some people would sell it, some people wouldn't. You really just want to make sure that you'd be happy receiving the product that you kind of are sourcing here. So this could be a different one right there. So these black, those all blacks right there are kind of what we're looking for. So even these are decent, right? So these are the 8.5s. So let's go ahead and go to variations here and then filter down to what we actually have. So I'm just going to copy that color and I'm going to go down here and then paste. It seems like it probably grabbed some weird text or something. So we can do black, white. There we go. And then once we get in here, I always like to filter by buy box price. So just showing me the most expensive items. So 68 bucks for these guys right here. Not a lot of actions on these ratings charts. So maybe they're not selling the fastest anymore, but I want to go ahead and pop these open and just see how realistic they might be to make some profit on these. I'm just going to check like these top 3 here. So 68 bucks very recently was going for like 52. So if these are selling for 52 bucks, we're buying them for like, I think it was 27 bucks. We are still interested in that. Actually, we do make $10 every time that sells. And a way that I like to validate that if we actually want to sell this, you can click the Keepa offers tab and you might catch somebody kind of slacking where they're revealing how fast that their items sell. So something like this, they're probably like hiding stock at 2 in stock. And then they did actually make some sales on something like this. So it does prove that people do want to buy these. Definitely not the fastest seller in the world. You know, again, maybe 5 or 10 units, something like that. I'm not as good as some of those other items we've found for sure. So these 9.5s, I think we said that the 10s might be all we have. Yeah, okay. So those 9s we're out of stock anyway. It doesn't really matter. So the 13s, however, we do have in stock. Seems like a decent history of some new sellers going away, which is always good to see. Last Christmas, there's really not much history at all. Hard to tell if this item sold at all last Christmas. Again, the sales rank is very, very solid on this item though. We're buying these for 27. We can sell them, make 10 bucks profit every time. This would be the type of item that's literally in stock right now. I'd probably buy 5 to 10 units of just to kind of test the waters there. And you can definitely just keep ripping through all these different colors as well. So instead of just focusing on the black, white, all that kind of stuff, let's go ahead and filter by the potential fastest sellers. So here we've got like the white tongue. I don't think we had the white tongue in stock, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I am curious to see if we have any of the other ones that we were looking at in stock here. So I think those are the 13s we were looking at. Here's some green ones. They are up at, they've been at like 40 bucks. They're not the highest price in the world. I will check those out. Did we have the green ones on there? It does look like we had the green ones, so we can go ahead and check those out. Let's see here. So there's some green ones right there. 50 bucks. Those would be profitable, I believe. 40 bucks. Let's see, another $50 item right there. This one actually is increasing in ratings recently, which shows me that this product actually probably does sell. So let's pop some of these open. So 49 bucks, buying these for 27. So profit's a little bit low on something like this. What I would recommend, this is kind of a gem for you guys watching this late into the video. Check sites like Raise to see if you can buy discounted gift cards. So I think Puma might be out of stock in terms of discounted gift cards go today, but you can check Raise, you can check Card Bear. There's lots of other websites where you can buy discounted gift cards where you might be able to make the slight difference, where if let's say you save 10% on a discounted gift card there, you end up paying 25 bucks, you're way closer to that 35% ROI I like to look for. But in this case, just since it is a slower selling item, I don't typically want to take the risk at something like right at my cutoff point. So let's see, these are 51 bucks right now. Again, we're buying for 27, so really close to the cutoff point. Last December though, you can see how fast that this was selling during the holiday rush. So I would be shocked if we didn't see a similar pattern. I mean, the price even went as high as like 72 bucks. So personally, I'm fortunate enough to have been doing this for a long time to build up the amount of capital I need to take risky buys like this. So if you had a good amount of capital, you could take a gamble on something like this. I don't typically like taking gambles on products that I'm not super confident in today. Although, you know, you're making $8.70. It's a good way to kind of test the waters, and it definitely is selling based on the kind of the movement in new sellers there. You can see when the prices are changing, new sellers are getting kicked off, new guys are getting added back on. And that's just showing me that they're probably going out of stock on something like this. So again, up here at like 50 bucks, that is pretty interesting. But the other thing you want to think about as you're looking through these sales is that you can leverage things like Rakuten. Rakuten, I noticed on Puma today, is like 10% cash back. I don't typically like to include that into my margin just because it's not going to pay out 100% of the time, but it is some very nice bonus money. So if you're buying something that's already like right at your cutoff point, so especially the ones that were going for like 52 bucks, 51 bucks, that kind of thing, having that extra 10% cash back is just a nice way to add some bonus money to your business, kind of make a very close buy into a genuinely good buy. And so I want to go ahead and show you one other trick here that you're going to be able to use to find more profitable products. And so we kind of ended up on a rabbit hole here, right? So we ended up on this Astro Kick that took us to this where we found a couple profitable ASINs, but we found this entirely new listing that didn't have anything under this. So what I'm going to do here is, this is called manual sourcing. So you're just jumping straight into a product listing, trying to see if that product sells on Amazon. So it's kind of playing the guesswork game a lot more. That's how I do a lot of my personal sourcing now that I've been doing this for quite a while. You're going to be able to kind of get a feel for what sells well and what doesn't sell well on Amazon by reverse sourcing, just looking at the products that you know are already good. Once you've done this for quite a while, you're going to have kind of a sourcing muscle developed where you can go in and just directly into the websites, look at the items that you think might be doing pretty well. And so when I click the SellerAmp extension here, it's going to grab that title automatically, put it over here, and then it's going to search basically Amazon's results to see if I can find that product. And so something that interesting that I can see here that kind of saves me a lot of time is the fact that this item is a 1 million sales rank. It's 1.7 million sales rank basically. I like to try to stay under like 150K, ideally 100K BSR. That's like the top 100,000 selling products, which is awesome that, you know, the top 100,000 is even something worth considering. Really shows you how many potential products there are out there for you. But on something like this, since we are looking at a 1.7 million sales rank on these SL sneakers, the pictures look very similar, especially to this white one right there. But you probably don't even have to open up this listing. And so this saves me a bunch of time as I'm looking through a lot of these listings. Again, you can do the same thing on something like this. It'll grab the title, throw it into an Amazon search result. And so you can see like something like this, 5K BSR. We already looked at it, a lot of Amazon on the listing, that kind of thing. But it's obviously way better looking listing than this that has a 1.7 million sales rank compared to this that has a 5K BSR, which is really fast selling in the shoes category. And so as you guys are kind of getting your feet wet in this, I also want to quickly mention the free product that I went ahead and threw together for you. It's kind of my goal that this is the best free resource out there. I threw together a couple hours of content, some downloadable guides, including a spreadsheet with like 1,800 products so you can go ahead and get auto ungated with, just to see what potential kind of categories you can unlock, what brands you can unlock, as well as a free Discord community, and basically just just kind of get you set up with everything that you need to sell your first 10,000 bucks on Amazon. This is completely free. You can check it out down with the link down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this live product breakdown here, just kind of talking out my thought process as I'm trying to find more winning products for my Amazon business. If you guys did get value from this video, please feel free to hit that subscribe button, kind of share some value back with my business. If you don't already have SellerAmp that we were using today, make sure you go ahead and activate that with the free trial down below. Also, go ahead and let me know if you have any questions, comments, anything like that. Feel free to drop those down below. But I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and I will see you next time.